Today we're going to talk about how you can easily implement per-employee billing with Syncro. This is handled through our recurring invoice feature within our Invoices module. If you've already watched our per-asset billing video, this one starts off largely the same, but we're going to go through all of it for those that haven't. So let's go ahead and create a new recurring invoice to get us started. So the first thing we'll do is select which customer we're creating the recurring invoice for. Syncro offers a ton of depth when it comes to customizing your recurring invoices, but for now, we're going to focus on the most common options. Now, it's important to understand that recurring invoices are configured in two different steps. Initially, we configure all of our settings for the scheduling of the invoice itself, and then we configure what's going to be specifically billed on the invoice. So the first thing you'll do is give your recurring invoice a friendly name for easy reference, and then you'll decide on the frequency this invoice will be sent. We'll select the most common option, which is 1 month. You have an option to bill in arrears for last month's services, or you can bill in advance for next month's services. We'll choose in advance. Next, we'll set our invoice billing terms. The options you see here are the defaults, but you are free to create as many custom billing terms as you like, which can be done in the admin settings of Syncro. Run next at refers to the date you want the first invoice to be issued, and it will also become the date your frequency is calculated from. Lastly, we're going to check the Email Customer the PDF checkbox here, so the customer will automatically receive a copy of the invoice as it's issued. If you bill your customers by credit card, you have the option to automatically charge the card on file immediately after the invoice is created. You can also have Syncro attempt to automatically retry the card a few days later in the event billing fails for some unforeseen reason. Now that the scheduling portion of your recurring invoice is complete, the line item options will appear toward the bottom of the page. This is where you'll set which services you'll be billing your customers for on the recurring invoice. Under recurring type, you'll find several options. The option we're going to focus on for this video is Customer Contact Counter. Next, you'll want to set the name of the product that you'll be billing your customers' employees against, such as Managed Services. We'll also add a description here, which will appear on the line item of the invoice sent to your customer. If you intend to bill against every contact in Syncro associated with this customer, then simply add the item to the template and you're done. Now, as awesome as that sounds, I'm sure some of you are already thinking about customers with particular contacts you don't want to bill for. For instance, perhaps you have a client where they use a third-party billing service which you may need to communicate with, but not otherwise bill for. That, in essence, would make our otherwise stellar dynamic counting mechanism, well, less than stellar. So here we've created a custom checkbox on our contact records called Eligible for Billing. Every contact that has this custom field checked can now be filtered on and billed against automatically. I'll simply reference that custom field here under Contact Field Type. So you can see on the first line item here that our total billable contacts for this customer is 10. You can also see here that if I wanted to granularly identify each contact which is eligible for billing, those will be dynamically calculated each and every time this recurring invoice is generated. In this instance, I currently have 5 of this customer's 10 contacts marked as eligible for billing. It's that easy. Take your MSP to the next level with Syncro. Visit syncromsp.com to learn more and get a fully functional 30-day free trial.